the correctional center is already congested. All right? It's already congested. So arresting these people, where are you going to keep them? Aside keeping them, I mean, is it enough for them to be arrested? Don't you think there is a better way to actually bring notice to these people than just talking about arrest?
Well, I don't know of any other measure. When I mean arrest, it's not just arrest without punitive measures. Okay, arrest should be made, and then punitive measures should be taken. I mean, this crop of people that have been arrested in Lagos State, yes, they'll be taken to court, and then at the end of the day, the court will not let them go. Whether they are going to be fined or they are going to be sent to correctional centers, there has to be a punitive measure to deter others from doing these things.
So with all of this, do you think all of this extortion that happens, do you think is actually army personnel that indulge in that, or could it be that is this fake army personnel that are actually into it? Because there was a time that we were like, no, they don't know army personnel to be have this kind of attitude, extorting from people, because I haven't seen it before. It was really rampant as of 2023. That's late 2023. So now that it has come to our notice that there are so many fake army personnel out there, and yes, by the grace of God, they've been able to get this far. And I believe they will still get more. So will you still conclude that they are really the ones indulging in this extortion?
Well, it's a two-way traffic. It's a two-way traffic. Yes, I agree to the fact that extortion may not be entirely from the main personnel in the army. Okay, there are fake ones out there who pretend to be military soldiers on the road extorting people. Okay, like I said, it's a two-way traffic. We have military personnel who indulge in some of this extortion. I mean, if you go to the okay, you see people giving tips to military personnel. Okay, so there's also no doubt that we have fake military personnel extorting
giving
people.
and extorting is different.
Well, we are looking at it. We are looking at it at the practices that go on. Okay, if you can also accept a tip-off from road users. Okay, who says you are not going to be bribed?
It's not actually bribe. We are not. You will not be bribed. We are not talking about bribe. You know, this extortion is something that they forcefully take it, whether you like it or not. They just have to take it from you. So that's what we are talking about.
That's something I'm saying. Okay, a military personnel, by training and profession, you are not expected to take anything from anyone. Okay, so if you can do that, nothing stops you from extorting individuals.
Oh, all right, let's look at the second story for today from Benue State. The Benue State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps has cautioned drivers against speeding due to its grave consequences for road users. This warning following a recent tragic accident at Ndido village along Castina Alakzaki Biam Road, where at least 12 people lost their lives. The eyewitness who did not want to be mentioned said one of the drivers tried to dodge a pothole but had a head-on collision with an oncoming vehicle. 20 people were killed in the accident. The Gulf vehicle for commercial had 9 passengers and the Sienna car private had 3 people. The 4 that sustained various degrees of injuries and conveyed to the hospital have died. But confirming the accident to journalists in Makurdi on Wednesday, the sector command of FRS's Steve Ayodele said 8 people were killed in a crash. He said it is a multiple accident involving 2 vehicles and it was fatal. 10 people involved 4 female adults, 1 male adult and 1 female child. One of the 10, 8 people died, 4 female adults and 3 male adults, and 1 female child. 2 persons were injured, and they were taken to the Castina Allah General Hospital for medical attention. It was a head-on collision. One of the vehicles was trying to avoid a pothole and ran into a coming vehicle. I guess it was as a result of speeding, otherwise they would have been able to maneuver their way. May the souls of the departed rest in peace. But speeding is something that the government has talked about. The people, they have talked about it as well. Even those driving, they equally know that speed, too much speed is not good. But we see in our daily basis, people indulge in this, and then if you ask them where exactly are you driving to, they can't possibly say where they are going, because they speed like this and meet a dreadlock and traffic. You see them stay there. They can't carry their vehicles on their head and pull ahead because they want to meet up something. So somewhere in Ajib, even in a bend, in a corner, you could see how this, I can't really explain how they drove. The accident was fatal, and then when we actually got to the scene, we realized that they were trying to rush someone to the hospital that actually slumped. The person was at the back, and this other one, the rest is an history. We can't possibly say what is going on anymore in the country. What do you think? I don't know whether I would say the government. I don't know what I would say. The community or the community leaders or road safety corps, because they keep warning. What should they do to be able to do this in our country? What should they do to speak senses into drivers in particular, so that they will slow down? You see yourself in a vehicle and you are like, driver, can you slow down? That is when they want to speed, because it seems the voice of the, let me say the voiceless is no longer functioning. So what do you think should be done?
Well, may the souls of the departed rest in peace. It's an individual thing, first of all. If you love your life, there is no point speeding or exceeding the speed limit on a particular route, okay? And then looking at this accident, it has been pointed out that one of the drivers were trying to dodge a pothole, okay? That is also poking a finger at the government, or the federal government or the state government, okay? Whoever is responsible, Federal Road Maintenance Agency, the FEMA, okay, should take care of these things, because if that pothole wasn't there, perhaps the driver would have been able to maybe maneuver the situation. Yes, it was a head-on collision, but the problem was the pothole that the driver was trying to. This is an individual thing, individual characteristic behavior. Okay, people being careless with not minding driving rules and regulations. But then, the government on its part should also try to make sure that our roads are in shape.
Okay, you were talking about the pothole now. We are. Remember that this is not an excuse for drivers to speed. Having a beautiful road is not even an excuse for drivers to speed. Not to talk of the road that you apply every day. The tendency should know that this thing is there or not. And even if it was out of mistake, even if you saw it suddenly, you understand, there's every tendency that apply brake, it will not get to that extent. That is why we keep hammering on speed. What should be done? What is the best way to speak to people? How should the government handle this so that it will reduce? Because it's something that we see daily. I was almost a victim of this. That was on the 25th of December when I was going home from work. It was actually by the grace of God that the woman, the pregnant woman that the vehicle hit down did not die. We keep seeing this thing daily. And do you know what? A policeman was the one driving. A vehicle, when I mean, it's not, we are not talking about, it's not a police van. It was when we saw a police guy, they're trying to defend, and then we were like, okay, we have one person here that can actually save us, only for us to realize that it was the person that drove the car. So that is why I'm saying, I don't know whether I should say, talk to us. How should this be handled? And of course, you have said that this has to do with individuals. It's individuals' thing. But ourselves. It's just like talking about cleanliness. I can't come to your house to clean for you. You should wake up in the morning and know that, yes, this thing should be kept here. Should be kept. I should be able to keep my house in order before stepping out. So how can we wake up in the morning bearing this in mind? Oh, I am stepping out today. I am not to go speed limit. I have to be on the speed limit. What is the best way to inculcate this into our minds? Because I think maybe if we can get this done, we can save a whole lot of lives as well. A lot of persons have gone due to speed, too much speed.
Yes. Well, like I said, it's an individual thing, and then we have to keep on talking to ourselves on a daily basis, educating people on the dangers of bad driving and then exceeding speed limit. I will urge the government to continue to prioritize national orientation as regards bad driving. And again, we cannot say that speed limit, speed stoppers should be installed in every highway. And of course, that is not, it's an express road. We can go and install speed limits. But then, people should be held accountable. I mean, I understand that in other nations, especially the advanced world, you don't see police people on the highway, okay? But they have something to detect when you are above this speed limit, okay? And then at the end of the day, you see tickets for wrongdoing, for abusing, abusing speed limits, okay? So if the government can explore technology, okay, to ensure that when you exceed a particular speed limit on a particular road, okay, you face the music for the wrong you have done. I think that will go a long way to help.
All right, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. We'll return after the short break.
The Jogu family of Umuna in Amuju in Isu local government area of Imo State cheerfully mourned the demise of their daughter, sister and mother, prophetess Kola Ijoma Ijogu, whose sad event occurred on Saturday, 5th of January 2024 at UPTH. Burial arrangement, night of tribute. It is Thursday, the 29th of February 2024. Time is 4 p.m. and venue is Wish Complex, Wish Avenue Radio Estate, NTA Road, Uzoba, Port Harcourt. Burial service. Order of God of Abraham Ministries. Date Sunday the 3rd of March 2024. Time 10 a.m. prompt. Venue Umuna in Izu local government area of Imo State. Retirement follows immediately after service. She is survived by Mrs. Roslyn Obona, mother, Raphael, Richard, and Wisdom sons. Sonny Ejogu, Ugochukwu Ejogu, Chukwudi Ejogu as brothers, and Kechinre Sebastian sister. May her soul rest in peace. Sign Apostle Sonny Ejogu and Senior Leader Raphael Ukudiri Ejogu on behalf of the family.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today. On ATN.
is amazing.
Honorable
You human
on the point of order.
Honorable
On the point of
From the line across the from the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring on-the-spot news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.
Welcome back. If you're just joining us, this is Society Watch on Atlantic Television Network. Don't forget you can follow or watch us live on Facebook, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram, Atlantic TV Network 1, and Twitter, Atlantic TV Net. Now to the rest of our stories on insecurity. The Benue State Security Council has issued a 14 to those involved in open gazing in the state to cease the practice. Additionally, the council has directed all headmen in the state to depart for their own safety. The decision was reached during a meeting in Makurdi chaired by Governor Hussein Halia and attended by the head of the military and paramilitary units, traditional and religious leaders, and key government officials. Governor Halia's chief press secretary Tasso Kola emphasized that those measures were essentials for maintaining peace in the state. The council reminded everyone that the open gazing prohibition and wretched establishment law of 2017 remain in effect and must be adhered to. Similarly, armed leaders and invaders to immediately leave Benue State. Those who invited the armed invaders to immediately desist from such acts. Those operating open gazing within the state are given 2 weeks ultimatum with effect from 21st February 2024 to desist. The 7-man committee is set up to ensure the enforcement of the ultimatum given, and security agencies, traditional rulers, and the general public should intensify efforts and uncover for any person in the habit of collaborating, inviting army headmen into the state. Council is urging the general public to remain calm and security conscious as the state government is making every conceivable effort to ensure security of lives and property in the state. Council also revealed the hardship and looming food insecurity in the nation and urged the people of Benue State to remain calm as efforts are being put in place to ameliorate the situation. You know, the issue of insecurity in the country is something that everyone knows about. And of course, we know that when it has to do all this kidnapping, adoption, and all of those things, it has really cost people a lot. It has even led to an extent where multinational companies are now leaving the country due to unconducive working environment, due to insecurity in the country. And then the Benue State governor has come to give an order that anyone involved in this just come out, surrender this, just from it, stop it. Is that enough? Is that enough to actually handle the kind of insecurity that is going on? Let me not say in the country now, but in Benue State. Is it enough for governors to just come out and say, we don't want you, if you're doing this thing, stop doing it for the safety of the people? And remember that the people involved in this, in causing this insecurity in the state, already they know that this thing is bringing discomfort to the people living in the locality, in the state. It is bringing fear, is putting fear in people living in the state. I'm not even sure that some shops and businesses have not opened due to what is going on in the state. And then the governor just came out and said, if you are into this disease from it, is that enough?
Well, let me follow Nigerians and shout. Let me follow the people of Benue State and shout. The government should help us. Yes, the Benue State government, they are out. I just hope that this is going to be holistic, okay? People are dying. People are hungry as a result of this insecurity in Benue State. I mean, that is a state I love, Benue State, because I have been there, okay? It used to be a very peaceful land. Cost of living is very low in Benue State. But with this level of insecurity, okay, I really want to support the governor. Yes, it may not be enough, but if they are holistic about it, if they make this pronouncement and then supervise this committee to ensure that the goal is attained, I think it will go a long way, okay? And again, why should herdsmen be armed? I mean, arrests should be made. This security committee should ensure that arrests are made. Okay, because if people are not brought to book, these things will continue. Farmers can no longer go to their farms because they are afraid that they are going to be killed. Of course, they are being killed. And then what is the result? Lack of food, not just for Benue people alone. Okay, I mean, this thing is spreading across the country. So please, the government not just making this pronouncement. It may not be enough for them to make pronouncement. Follow it all, and then arrest herdsmen who are armed, because I'm not so sure that there is any law backing them up for herdsmen to carry arms. The fact that they are carrying arms is what is emboldening them, you know, to kill people, to maim people.
You know, when you said, I want to appreciate the governor of Benue State for coming out to make this pronouncement, and I'm just wondering, because we have seen in different scenarios, in different occasions, where security people, personnel, find themselves in a tight corner where they have seen they see something go wrong, but there's nothing they could do about it, because they will always say that these people are well armed and we are not. The kind of equipment these people have, the kind of firearms, ammunition that these people have, we don't have it. Is it enough to set up a just committee? We saw in Kaduna State where headmen, where bandits or whatever thing you want to call them, we saw where they killed local vigilantes. This committee that are setting up is as much as saying we have a vigilante here. Because you have to set up people that know the hide and the corners of the community, of the state, right? You don't just bring people from out of the, you don't just bring foreigners to come and fight insecurity in your state. You need to, even if you're bringing foreigners, they need to at least, first of all, study the environment before they launch in. Is the governor ready? Is he willing to equip these people with what it takes for them to fight security? Or is it just a normal pronouncement that they will come up and say, yes, we know what is going on if you're doing this and disease from it? So don't you know that if you want to fight a thief and you first of all if you want to catch a thief and then you come out to make noise, they will get another route where you know that, okay, since they know that I'm coming from this side, then I will take this side. Do you really need to announce to them that you have set up a committee that should fight them? Do you really have to make announcement to be able to fight these people? So don't you think with what the governor is doing is just to get attention that indeed the governor has said something? Is the right way to tackle this? Because lives are going down, and then you realize that each time these adopters to invade a community, they don't make announcements. When they want to go and attack people, they don't give announcement. They take them unaware. So why can't the government, why can't the society, why can't they get a different measures, another measure that should be able to help them to tackle these people, to take these people unaware? So I'm wondering, why are you saying, yes, you really want to commend the governor for the pronouncement he has done? Is this going to go a long way? Would this have any effect on the insecurity, the level of insecurity in Borno State?
Yes, it will have. It will definitely have, because the government has sent a warning, okay, to these people that it is no longer business as usual. And let me say this, okay, that security of life and property is the primary purpose of government. Okay? And then I will believe and ask Governor Alia of Benue State to ensure that this is not a political statement. Provided that this is not a political statement, the warning has been sent today to those people who are perpetuating insecurity in Benue State and across the nation. Okay? I will want to believe and advise the governor and his team that this should not in any way be a political statement, because the warning has been sent, and then whatever that needs to be done should be done. If the government is ready for these people, whether pronouncements or not, if the government is ready, they will clamp down on them and these things will stop.
All right, and the last story for today. On Wednesday, the federal government announced that it has fully paid the 4-month withheld salaries to the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, as proved by President Buhari. Additionally, the government stated that it has made significant financial commitment towards providing CNG buses, which will soon be deployed to alleviate transportation challenges faced by Nigerians. Those announcements were made in a statement signed by the Minister of State for Labor and Employment Rights, Honorable Nkiruka Onyejocha, affirming the government's commitment to its obligation under the signed 20 October 2nd agreement with organized labor. While ASU had previously stated that only 2 months' worth of withheld salaries were paid, the minister clarified in a statement that all the 4-month salaries have indeed been disbursed. With respect to the outstanding salaries and wage of tertiary education workers in federal-owned educational institutions, government has paid in full the 4-month outstanding salaries to ASU as approved by Mr. President. Action is ongoing with respect to other unions as well. The statement further stated that the government has reviewed the commitment made with the organized labor in the agreement entered with it, adding that every substantial progress has been made in the following areas. Listing some of the items in contention, the minister said, 1, on the payment of the wage award 35,000 for 6 months, government has also paid for 4 months up to 31st December 2023. The remaining 2 months of January and February 2024 are being in progress. On the minimum wage commitments, government has on 30 January 2024 inaugurated a 37 members tripartite committee on national minimum wage to review and come up with an acceptable and sustainable minimum wage for the Nigerian workers. The committee has also far held 2 meetings and discussions are ongoing. Of course, first of all, I would say congratulations to The teachers, even though it's your property that was withheld but has been given to you, so we are saying congratulations to you. But again, is this encouraging at all? Yes, we know that we are in a hard time. We know that this season, people are going through a lot due to fuel subsidy removal. But do you see this to be a good news? Look, what is a tendency? Do you see this to be a good news? And what is the tendency that continue? Are they going to keep, though they're saying that January, February is in progress, what is the tendency that they will pay this as months goes by, that they will not keep on withholding what belongs to ASU anymore?
Well, this is a new government. And if the Tinubu's administration, whether we like it or not, is still nascent, I am sure that a majority of what is going on in the country, they are working around the clock to get their ass together. And if they have started payment, for me, I think it's a good thing. But the thing is, let it continue. Because one, the level of brain drain in our universities is becoming alarming. The thought of hearing that lecturers are leaving universities to go lecture abroad is something that I didn't foresee coming. But the fact, I only thought that it was only going to be in the medical field, but that the lecturers are also leaving our university, it is fearful. So, but then if the government now have started paying their arrears, I think it's commendable. And let us give them the benefit of the doubt that whatever backlog that they are being owed will be cleared.
All right, and then let's look at this. Now, they have just cleared outstanding salaries, and again, the government was talking about, and then they have been looking into bringing in more universities, more institutions. All right, is the government willing and ready to take care of both the old one and the new ones? Do you think the government is claiming these salaries to give the new people this impression that them bringing new universities, and that's new tertiary institutions, the Ministry of School of Education and all of those? Do you think that paying off this salary to give them this impression that they are willing to look into educational system very well?
Well, I don't think that. I think, yeah, in my very own opinion, I think that in Nigeria already we have enough tertiary institutions. Okay, I should think that the government should at this level concentrate in the management of the old ones, instead of floating universities here and there on a daily basis. Okay, and again, why floating tertiary institutions? Why floating universities? When at the end of the day, you churn out students in their numbers, and then there are no industries to absorb these people you are turning out year in, year out. Okay, I think that the old universities, the old tertiary institutions should be properly managed. Okay, I mean the private sector is already in it. There are private universities here and there. So the government should concentrate more in the ones they have, and then create industries that will absorb people when they graduate. Okay, before you think of having new universities, I don't think that is the right way.
Then how will this encourage the teachers to be more functional and effective in school, this payment?
Well, yes. If you look at ASU, ASU has been crying for the welfare of their members all this while. So if the government has started clearing their backlog and then settling whatever problem there are with the association, I think for me, we should give the government a chance. Because like I said, the Buhari's administration is still nascent. Okay, the ASU issue did not start today as we speak. Okay, government has come, government has gone. This ASU issue has lingered. So this is a new administration. So they should give them the benefit of the doubt and see what the government of the day will do. I can only plead with the government, with this administration, to be holistic about whatever agreement that they will enter with ASU.
So 4 months payment of salary, paying 4 months salary, it's enough to give the benefit, government the benefit of doubt?
Rome was never built in a day, and then this government is just starting. So, I mean, these backlogs, it is not this present administration that was owing them. So if they have come out to make a statement with this payment, you can only say, okay, maybe at the end of the day there will be light at the end of the tunnel.
All right, let's just hope that there will be light at the end of the tunnel. That is the much we can take on today's Society Watch. Thank you so much, Mr. Minabo-Lawson, for your time.
It's always my pleasure hanging out with you.
Thank you so much. I am Immaculata Irikana. Thank you, our viewers, for staying out there patiently. And if you miss out, we have platforms for you: Facebook and YouTube, Atlantic Television Network, Instagram and TikTok, Atlantic TV Network 1, X, Atlantic TV Net. You can also watch us on our website, atlanticnetwork.tv. Do remember that peace and unity are the pathways to progress. Thank you for watching, and continue to stay connected on ATM socials. Good afternoon.
From the line across the ocean to the land beyond the mountains, through the Sahara, we bring all sport news, live analysis, expert discussions on trending stories in politics, business, socio-economy, sports, and documentaries. So catch all the updates on the happenings around the globe. Stay focused on the fact today, only on ATN.